Hello viewers, Sudan's overlooked war, Middle East rivalries, foreign powers, and the battle for billions in gold. As the world's focus remains on the escalating tensions between Israel and Iran and the broader unrest in the Middle East, Sudan is enduring a catastrophic war that is now the deadliest and most destabilizing conflict on earth. This war is not only about power, it is about immense wealth, strategic control, and the fate of millions. Sudan, Africa's third-largest country by landmass, is a geographic and economic crossroads. It controls the Nile River, Egypt's lifeline, and the Red Sea shipping lanes, through which 10% of global trade passes. But beneath its soil lies the real prize. Sudan's gold reserves are estimated at more than 1,550 metric tons, making it one of Africa's largest gold producers and exporters. The value of these reserves is estimated in the hundreds of billions of dollars. In 2022 alone, Sudan officially exported over 41 metric tons of gold, but experts believe the real figure, including smuggling, is much higher, potentially over 100 metric tons annually. This gold is at the heart of the conflict. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, backs the Rapid Support Forces, RSF, led by Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, Hemedti, supplying Chinese-made drones, weapons, and cash. In return, the RSF controls major gold mines in Darfur and elsewhere, funneling gold to Dubai, where it is refined and sold in luxury malls. This blood gold finances the RSF's war effort and enriches foreign backers. On the other side, Saudi Arabia and Egypt support the Sudanese armed forces, led by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. Their interests are clear: control over the Nile's waters and Sudan's fertile land, which is crucial for Egypt's survival and Saudi Arabia's food security. Other players, including Russia, Turkey, Iran, Chad, and Libya, are also involved, each seeking a share of Sudan's resources and strategic position. The shadow rivalry between Israel and Iran further complicates the landscape. Israel sees Sudan as a potential ally and a buffer against Iranian influence in Africa, while Iran has historically used Sudan as a conduit for arms and regional leverage. The human cost is staggering. Over 18 million people, the entire population of Ghana, are facing starvation. More than 500,000 children have already died from hunger and violence. Over 8 million people have been displaced, more than the populations of Rwanda and Burundi combined. Hospitals have been bombed, schools destroyed, and entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. Fatima, a mother of 3, fled Khartoum with nothing but the clothes on her back. She walked for 10 days to reach a refugee camp in Chad, losing her youngest child to hunger along the way. Her story is just one among millions. Refugee camps in Chad and Egypt are overflowing, while foreign companies continue to extract Sudan's gold. In May 2024, the RSF escalated the war by launching 6 consecutive days of drone attacks on Port Sudan, the country's last functioning major port and airport, and the main entry point for humanitarian aid. These attacks, using Chinese-made drones supplied by the UAE, sent a chilling message: nowhere in Sudan is safe. Sudan's war is not an isolated tragedy. It is a stark example of how Africa's resources and strategic geography make it a chessboard for foreign powers, especially those from the Middle East. The involvement of the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and the indirect influence of Israel and Iran all underscore how Sudan's fate is being shaped by external interests as much as by internal rivalries. This pattern of foreign exploitation is familiar across Africa, from Libya to Somalia and South Sudan. In May, the Rapid Support Forces, RSF, shocked the world by launching drone attacks on Port Sudan, the one city that had remained safe throughout the war. This city housed the only functioning airport and the main seaport, serving as the last vital lifeline for humanitarian aid entering Sudan. For 6 consecutive days, Chinese-made drones supplied by the UAE relentlessly targeted the airport, seaport facilities, and government buildings. The message was unmistakable: nowhere in Sudan is safe anymore. But this assault signals something far more alarming. The war has entered a new, more destructive phase. The RSF is essentially declaring that if they cannot control all of Sudan, they will ensure that no one else can. They are willing to starve their own people to achieve victory. This raises the most critical question: what happens next? Will Sudan survive as a unified country, or will it fracture like South Sudan did? Think carefully about this. The war in Sudan is not just about Sudan itself. It is a preview of what some foreign powers aim to do to every strong African nation: divide us, weaken us, and exploit us. Look at the pattern. Libya was torn apart, Somalia remains fragmented, South Sudan was carved out, and now Sudan is at risk of being split into pieces. Every time we allow foreign powers to manipulate conflicts in African countries, we weaken the entire continent. Every time we stay silent while our neighbors burn, we make ourselves more vulnerable. The future of Sudan and Africa depends on whether we recognize this pattern and stand together. Yet there is hope. Young Sudanese are rejecting both warring factions and demanding a civilian government that serves the people, not foreign interests. The same spirit that overthrew dictators in Tunisia, Egypt, and Sudan in 2019 is alive. The question is whether Africa and the world will support them or allow Sudan to become another permanent proxy battlefield. The numbers are clear. The suffering is immense. The choice between liberation or fragmentation, unity or exploitation, African solutions or foreign interference must be made now, before it is too late.